Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. If you are new to my channel, my name is Zena Bryant. I do these inspirational videos just so we can change our mindset, shift our energy, and receive the things that we truly desire. So today's video is pretty much about scarcity. I woke up this morning. I woke up like this. All right. I woke up this morning and the first thing that hit me was scarcity. Okay. I was in the bathroom and instantly I started thinking about the videos, right? So some of you guys know that I upload like 15 to 20 short reels a day, short form content, less than a minute. And I also do long form content videos, which are over 1 minute, 3 long form content videos per day. So when I was in the bathroom, it hit me like, what if you run out of ideas, right? And it almost was like a domino effect. Then I started thinking about something else, right? And this is how the mind it tends to work, and the chatter in a mind. So one of the things that I did instantly, I had said, why would the universe put me in a position for me to lose? That when you hear that chatter that's going on in your mind, you have to analyze it and ask questions, because a lot of it is just programming. Okay. And so I started thinking about that. Why would the universe give me something for me to feel? Okay. Or a source give me something, whatever you deem source to be, honey. Okay. You can't get wet from sand water. But you have to ask yourself that when these conversations, when that chatter in your mind come up, a lot of it comes from our upbringing. Now, you guys may hear me talk about programming. You hear me talk about programming a lot, okay? In order for you to get over this scarcity mindset, you have to do something different, okay? And this brings me to the point where, as though when I first started investing, okay? Some of you guys have heard this story, but let me say it again, okay? When I wanted different from life, I had received a $11,000 check, probably $11,500 check, right? And I knew that if I was to take that money and spend it on, the norm, what I normally would have done in the past, which was clothes, shoes, and jewelry, and perfume, and pocketbooks, and, I knew I was going to continuously receive the same. And so I was so eager that I said, you know what? I am going to invest. Let me tell you something about source, okay? And we have heard this time and time again. He who seek, ye shall find, okay? If you seek, honey, I am here to tell you, you will find the damn answer, okay? The answer is given to those who seek it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. Okay. I didn't even really know like this was considered like an investment in myself. I just said, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Okay. And I was investing in myself. And so when the opportunity presented itself, Bob Proctor, he was holding a program. And I believe the program, it was like 6 months for 7,500. Okay. And I don't know if it was 6 months or a year, but it was 7,500, 7,500. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And I'm forever thankful, because from me investing and doing that program, every day I study. Every day I study. Okay. So from that investment, sometimes we'll say, well, if I give money to this, or if I do this, then I won't have no more money. That's not true. We have to really understand that whatever seed you plant, you shall reap the harvest. Okay? Whatever seed you are planting, you shall reap the harvest. Okay? And I remember I had heard this psychologist. I was on YouTube and I was like, you know what? I'm changing the scarcity mindset. Okay? And just the fear of running out. And you know what's so crazy? Because it's so much abundance that's available to us that we could choose scarcity in an abundance. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's so much abundance that we can choose scarcity. Okay. And I was listening to this psychologist, and one of the things he said was when he was in college, he had this friend who would give him cookies. She would bake him cookies. And he was so afraid of him running out of the cookies. You know what he did? He didn't even eat the cookies, honey. Okay. And I said, oh my goodness, it's so many times, even for as like food shopping sometimes, like I buy on top of food. Okay. And it's like, why you do that? Right? Like, why you do that? And some of it is the fear of running out of food. And it's so crazy because then the stuff that you have in there, sometimes the stuff wind up going bad because you done purchase food on top of food, right? And so, one, I tell you guys all the time, awareness is key, okay? Whatever it is that is showing up in your life and that you are aware of, that is the beginning stage of changing it. Once you are aware of it, honey, you can change it, okay? Number two, source is never going to give you something so you could feel, all right? And understand that there is an abundance of information. There's an abundance of ideas. We have to focus on what we want as opposed to what we say we don't want. Okay. And so how do I overcome this? Right. So the first thing that I did this morning was I meditated for 20 minutes. Okay. Was the observer, seeing how my thoughts was going, swaying and shaying, okay? Seeing how my thoughts was going. And then after that, I start studying, okay? And this is the purpose where I tell you guys about studying, listening to the personal development over and over and over again, because if you have been programmed, since we all have been programmed, okay, and some of us have been programmed in a household where as though money, the adults would talk about money like from a scarcity perspective. And you may feel like, oh my goodness, I have to hodl, like, I have to keep every penny because if not, okay, I'm going to run out. And it's not true. It is not. All of that is programming. And so in order to change that thinking, okay, what I do is I listen to the personal development each and every day. Honey, each and every day until honey, I'm sleeping and I'm repeating what Bob Proctor say. Okay. All right. We have to change the mindset. Okay, we have to change our mindset. And you also have to understand you deserve it. You deserve it. Abundance is your birthright. Okay, and you really truly deserve it. And so, and if you have a scarcity mindset, one of the things I'm going to say is write down, and this is another thing, write down what is your fear. Even far as me getting off Section 8 because of my income increasing so drastically, right? At times I think about that. And one of the things when I think about that is like, what's the worst that can happen, right? Me being off Section 8 and me being self-sufficient. That's the worst that can happen, okay? And at times I'm like, oh my goodness, but how's things gonna work out? How about the apartment? once I make that $20,000, how is things going to transpire and all these different things. And one of the books that I am reading, okay, right now is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And in that book, he states, don't worry about tomorrow's troubles. In other words, do not focus on things that are, may come up. I know it's going to come up, right? But then I started strategizing and I started thinking, I was like, you know what? Well, when I make the $20,000, okay, from social media, one of the things that I can do, I could pay the rent for the year, right? And then we'll go from there. But don't talk yourself out of whatever it is that you want to change in your life. And we've been doing things for so long a certain type of way that we really feel like this is the way we're supposed to do them. This is how things are supposed to be done, even though it shows that it's not working. And so you have to do something different. And you mean to tell me you was created, like, just when you say it out loud, right, or say it to yourself, it just don't make sense, right? You can see the programming. You mean to tell me you was created to come to this planet to struggle? Like, there's no accidents in this here universe. And we was chosen to come here. And you think it was the struggle? I think absolutely positively not. Okay? So do understand and get, in order for you to change scarcity mindset, you have to pay attention to what you want as opposed to what you don't want. And that's why I keep reading the books and listening to the audio cassette. Well, audio cassettes. I keep listening to the speeches on YouTube because my life is filled with abundance. And I deserve, and me and my children deserve the finer things of life. And I want you to get there. And you deserve it too. And together we on this journey. We all deserve it. Okay? It's all according to what you tell yourself. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.